Now it's time to enable the MongoDB exporter. In my previous video, I have not installed any exporter, right? Except Node exporter. Now this time I'm using exporter for application. As I said previously, that Node exporter is only for the node where we are hosting our application. So this node exporter will fetch all the metrics that is related to node itself, whether it's CPU, RAM, or disk occupy or some error. It will fetch all these details. But when we talk about application, let's take an example that we are running MongoDB database on our Kubernetes cluster, then this node exporter will never fetch any metrics for MongoDB. For that reason, we need to install MongoDB exporter. Take an example. The same thing we can use here, Helm show value, and same thing, Prometheus community, and this time we are using Prometheus MongoDB exporter and put it on one here. And after that, once this command is completed, now it is completed here, add these value as we will going to install MongoDB exporter on namespace Prometheus monitoring, and this command is fetch all the default values, right? And this package never knows that what namespace we want to use. If we are not going to use this value, then it will install MongoDB on default namespace. As I said previously that we should have a dedicated or separate namespace where we have kept all the monitoring stuff, right? For that reason, I created this Prometheus-monitoring namespace. Same thing here, namespace is Prometheus monitoring. Prometheus MongoDB exporter. Inside this, we are mentioned enable equal to true and MongoDB URI. And this is my URI, admin, password, localhost, and it will listen on 27,017 port number. And this is my database, or you can say that obviously it is my database. And Prometheus, what it says that service monitoring enable true, namespace is Prometheus monitoring, addition label is release equal to Prometheus. If I'm not using this syntax, it will never take into the account. Prometheus will never take into the account of this MongoDB. One can notice that there are two sections. One is for MongoDB, the other one is for Prometheus. We also need to instruct that Prometheus, please monitor this MongoDB. These are the parameters here. Okay. Let me copy here and we can check this value MongoDB value YAML file. These are the values. This time I'm not using this value, just using my own value, MongoDB value. Just empty this file and create here. This is just for your information that how you can fetch the default values. Want more modification. And this time I'm using Helm install MongoDB exporter. So this is the package name. -f, this is my value, and -n Prometheus monitoring. Let me execute this command here. And after that, check the MongoDB pods, service and deployment. We can execute this command here. Grep MongoDB. It means that it will show me the result only for MongoDB. Now it says that revision is 1, it is deployed, and you want you can use this command to open the GUI. Now I can see that it has the cluster IP address and it is running. Okay, let me again here and say this is my cluster IP and this pod is running. Fair enough. If I want to use this cluster IP, I can curl http :/ this IP colon port number. So this is my port number. Get this one. Now I can see MongoDB. Superb. But I want to open from my browser. For that reason, I need to again expose this service. You can also see the service we have already seen here. Yes, get service. One can notice here MongoDB services here. Okay, let me clear the window here. Let me expose this service. Here I'm using expose service and this MongoDB service, and hyphen type is node port. Target port is 2116. This is the port I see here, 9216. Okay, and hyphen name, the new service name. Let me paste over here and paste it. Now it is exposed. And the same thing, it is showing that this port number is now bind here. For you, it should be different, right? So let me execute this command, paste it over here. Now this time it is using 30,156 port number. Let me duplicate this tab here, paste here port number. If I click on matrix, now I can see all the metrics that are coming by default with this package. Fair enough. I can also use this one. For me, this time these are the dynamic ports. It will always change. As of now, we can access the newly installed MongoDB exporter, but this service is not showing in our Prometheus GUI. Let me show you here. Prometheus, if I click on graph and add here up matrix and control F MongoDB, I don't see anything here, right? It means that MongoDB is up, but Prometheus is still not recognizing this service. This is not good, but yes, we can add one new service monitor, CRD. As I said that we will work on the service monitoring. Now this service monitoring has these values, and as of now the MongoDB service is not here. We need to create a new service monitor here. This is the command, but it says that API version is monitoring.course.com/v1 and the kind is service monitor. Annotation is that release name is MongoDB exporter, release namespace is my custom namespace, and labels we have set. After that, it says that endpoint interval is 30 seconds. If you want 15 second or 1 minute, it's up to you. You can modify it. Port number is matrix. Trap time is 10 second. Namespace selector. Remember, when we created the network policy, we talked about this namespace selector. Match namespace is Prometheus monitoring. And here selector, it will look for name Prometheus MongoDB exporter. And instance is MongoDB exporters. These are the labels here. Let me show you. GTL minus N Prometheus, get pods. Now one can observe that instance equal to MongoDB export. Same thing we have added here. Instance colon MongoDB exporter. It will look for Prometheus monitoring namespace, and inside this namespace it look for ports which has this label set. It will capture. Okay. Let me copy and paste it over here. It says that it is created output, and after that, whenever we do any modification on Prometheus, we always need to restart the Prometheus services, right? So this is the way we can roll out restart stateful set, and this is my Prometheus. Let me copy, and before executing this command, let me show you one thing here more. If I click on status and then select target, and here if I'm using MongoDB, it is showing here. Okay, it is showing me error here. Or we can also restart this service. For me, it is showing me, so I don't need to restart this MongoDB service here. Okay, now refresh this page, and one can notice that this MongoDB exporter is in good shape, monitoring our Prometheus server. Just for your information, if you are new in my channel, that is, you need to open the github.com and then search for Anish Rana 2001, and further you will observe different repositories. For Prometheus, you need to click here, okay? And if you want to explore on Facebook, then you can follow devops-wala. This is my webpage in Facebook. And if you want to open the website, then you can use devops-wala.com. And here I have already uploaded the Kubernetes full course. It all are free, and CK exam and CKAD exams types of question, so that you will be aware what type of question it may ask. And if you are in LinkedIn, then you can follow me on Anishan 2001 LinkedIn page here, and YouTube. Obviously, you if you are watching this video, so you can open any of my videos. If you like to show your support, click on these three horizontal button, and further click on thanks. Feel free to contribute any amount you would like. I'm requesting this donation to outsource the video editing process, which will significantly save my time. As a result, you will receive more meaningful videos sooner. This is how you can increase it. Up to you. Buy and sell. That's it.